Should you quit playing Pokemon Go? If you haven't asked yourself that question, or you have, then you might want to consider that possibility. I'm going to dive into my personal experience and why I actually might be quitting Pokemon Go, but I'll still make YouTube videos and cover Pokemon Go through the Pokemon Go Hub writing articles. Let's get into it. So, a few days ago, I made a post on Twitter, so I may quit playing Pokemon Go. I found some good evidence personally on why it would be a great decision for me going forward in life. Share the details, perhaps, should you... Okay, so this is the video. I'm going to boil it down to 3 things. Addiction, money, and time. Now, these all come full circle, so keep that in mind. And then I'm going to go over some comments on this tweet as well, to kind of show you guys some other people's experiences and what they've come across too. So first off, addiction. So what is one of the main key factors of addiction? When you do or alter your personal life around the thing you're addicted to. Now let me give you an example. I couldn't tell you how many times I've either tried to get work off when I barely work anyway, I only work on the weekends, when I try to get work off or change my work schedule to revolve around Pokemon Go for like community days. And if you stop and think about it, that's absolutely ridiculous. I'm changing my life to revolve around the game, not utilizing and, living my life with the game in it. It's the other way around. I'm living in the game, and that game's revolving around my life. So that is a key component of addiction. And the thing is about Pokemon Go addiction, or any game addiction for that matter, but in this case we're just going to talk about Pokemon Go. It's one of those things where you really don't notice it until you sit down and you think about it. Like I said, I was already changing my work schedules around a frickin' game. I would go out and spend a lot of gas money going around. That's where the money comes in. I spend a ton of money and just a ton of time driving around town looking at my phone, which is extremely dangerous. And I do want to highlight on that. I don't think I have my Go Plus with me. Ever since Pokemon Go came out, driving for the last 3 years has never been the same. My phone is either in my hand and I'm looking at my phone, not all the time, or I have my Go Plus in my hand and I'm Go Plussing. Never do I just get in my car and drive. And that's a problem. I've never gotten an accident for it, and I'm sure a lot of people never have either, but the day is gonna come where you are gonna get in an accident. So I'm definitely not doing that anymore, and quitting Pokemon Go would probably help with that. That's for sure. So what we talked about, addiction, because it's changing. I'm changing my life around to revolve around the game. That's not good. Anytime where you're doing things to make yourself better off in the game instead of focusing on your life is an issue. Anytime you're putting yourself in danger playing the game because that's what you want to do, that's endangering your life, is an issue. Now, money, I mentioned the gas money, right? So I spend a ton of money on gas playing Pokemon Go. Just think about the last 3 years driving around, playing Pokemon Go, going places to play. Think about how much gas money you've spent. Now, think about how much money you spent in game. Me, I want to say it's close to... I'm going to give it a pretty wide range because I know $5 adds up quick. $5 here, $5 there, $5. Before you know, we're up to $100. So I spent anywhere from $500 to $1,000 playing Pokemon Go over the past 3 years. That's a lot of money that I could have spent on other things. That's enough gas money for like a year. Right then and there. And then also, if I'm not playing Pokemon Go, I'm saving even more gas. So that's money that could have been more well spent on other things in life. Also, the time thing. Pokemon Go is very time consuming. And a lot of times, I'm spending several hours a day playing Pokemon Go. Not so much recently, but over the years, I spent a ton of time. That's time I could be spending doing something more productive. Whether it's school or homework. Hang out with family or friends, significant other. That's time that I could be spending elsewhere more reliably. Now, going back to the school thing. This is where Pokemon Go affects life. I'm evolving my life around Pokemon Go, not the other way around. In college right now, I'm always in class looking at my phone. Pokemon Go. When I'm in between classes doing homework, there's my phone laying on the table. Pokemon Go. It's an issue. And you subconsciously just don't realize what you're doing. It's more than just a distraction. It's literally an addiction. And you're doing it subconsciously. So it's ruining my work life. It's ruining my school life and not being able to get things done. Now, I got myself to blame, obviously. I'm not saying Pokemon Go is ruining it, but the addiction in playing it for so long, that in with itself is ruining it. See what I'm saying? So, I'm not blaming it on Pokemon Go, so don't get this video wrong. But you guys are probably relating some similarities between your life and mine. Spending a lot of money, so it's ruining my bank account. I'm putting my life in danger by driving and playing, which is something that's interesting to note too. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm doing the speed limit around town, and this has been happening for the past month, and Pokemon still spawn when you drive. You're going 20 plus miles per hour, Pokemon are still spawning when you drive. Like, legit. I'm catching Pokemon all the time driving right now, and I'm going over the 20 miles per hour. So, I think it's a good idea for me to quit, because I'll be saving money, not be in danger anymore, not having to revolve my life around Pokemon Go, changing schedules, playing in ahead of time, losing money out on work because I might have to work shorter shifts, having to stress about shiny Pokemon. Like, that's another thing. Who cares about shiny Pokemon in the game? Like, grinding's one thing, but like trying to get all these shiny Pokemon and really going out of your way when you're doing something else to go play Pokemon, like, it's just, sitting down and thinking about it, it's just ridiculous to actually go out, stress about not getting certain Pokemon, stress about not catching certain Pokemon at raids. Like, that Pokemon Go should be a stress-free game and play leisurely. But like me, as you see, and many others, a lot of people were dedicated, and now you're addicted, you're hooked. So ask yourself, should you quit playing Pokemon Go, and why? What would it do for you? Would it make your life safer? Would you have a lot more time, free time? Would you save a lot more money? Would you be a little bit more stress-free? Think about it. Now, let's go ahead and go over some of the comments here. FLW videos. If you haven't followed them on YouTube, make sure you do. I legitimately met someone who was insanely addicted to the point where they weren't able to pay rent, but they were buying items in-game. There you go. I totally get it. I keep telling myself after I reach this goal, I'll quit. Past triple 40, so 40 times 3, and not going to mention how many gold gems I have or time defending. Now, right then and there, that's the time factor. Not only with the XP, but how many gold gems and time defending. They spent a lot of time that they could have probably been doing something else otherwise. And they're admitting to it. I'm wanting my life back, but I can't seem to suction myself out of it. It's okay. If you've invested a lot of time into the game and a lot of money, it is not a bad thing to step away. It really isn't. I get it. I often wonder why I'm still playing. It's an addiction. Where's Pogo Anonymous support when you need it? Exactly. So it's when I figured this issue out, when I sat down and I really thought about what I was doing. I thought it was ridiculous that I was changing my work schedules. I thought it was ridiculous that I wasn't focusing more in college because of a stupid game. I find it ridiculous that I spent so much money on the game. I find it ridiculous that instead of doing something else more productive, I was hopping in my car and driving downtown staring at my phone playing a game. It's just ridiculous when you stop and think about it. All Niantic wants us to do is spend money in the game, play the game, so they make a profit. That's ultimately what they want us to do. It's a business. That's how businesses work. Businesses want your money. They want to release cool things in the game, so you feel entitled to spend more money because there's more cool stuff in the game. Guys, that's just how business works. I'm not knocking Pokemon GO, not knocking Niantic. That's literally how business works. They're trying to make money off you. And if they keep making more and more money off you, what they're doing is working. So sit down, think about, should you still be playing Pokemon GO? If you don't have really any issues with playing Pokemon GO, no real signs of addiction, no real signs of life changes, no real signs of time changes, no real signs of like bank account changes, stuff like that, then you're good. You're good. But if you're really hard knocked on all four of those situations and it comes full circle to back to addiction, you should really sit down and think about it. So there you guys have it. Your boy might be quitting Pokemon Go, but don't worry, I'm still going to cover Pokemon Go on the YouTube and writing articles for the Pokemon Go Hub, because I just have a vast amount of knowledge of Pokemon Go at this point. It's absolutely ridiculous to waste that, and I'm here to inform you guys, not necessarily entertain, because I always try to put out the best information I possibly can. So I want to hear from you guys. Comment down below if you think you might have an addiction, and feel free to share your thoughts. No one's going to knock you for anything you say. Nobody's going to laugh. We can talk about it. Let's get a discussion down below, because you never know. This might have been an eye-opener. You're like, wow, I never really thought about it that way. So let's get a discussion. Nobody's going to blame you for what you say in the comment section down below. Smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Be part of the Fitz City fam. That's it, the boy Fitz City. I'm signing off. See you guys in the next Pokemon Go video.